Hello, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. Fams all here, what can I say? So I'm going to do a walkthrough of all three of the Serpent and Peacock tarot decks. So that is the original in the tin, which I really wasn't going to get, but I tell you what, I missed that moon card, so I've gone for it. It's arrived, so I can do this now, which I didn't have before. And I also got this beautiful, can we just take a moment? This beautiful suede embroidered pouch. Which I'll probably keep this one in actually because it's just gorgeous. The smell is amazing, and look at the little symbol on there. So everything you see here, including this one, should be on Libra Moon's website. Sorry, really not prepared, so I could be wrong. It might be actually you go to www.serpentandthepeacock.com. It's probably where you go to buy all the tarot decks, but I normally go to Libra Moon because she has lots of other things on there, like she does readings that you can purchase, moon readings, star readings. Probably got all that wrong, and it will just help you get some information as well and learn about probably how this Mood of the Moon Oracle is working, which I don't know the full ins and outs of yet. I still haven't, but I've just been playing with it in and out. So let's get going. So as you can see, here are the three tarot decks. So the first edition, the art edition, and the, well, I'm calling this first edition. I'm assuming first edition because it's in the tin. I don't know if there were many print runs of the first edition. And then we have the one that was recently on Kickstarter this year in 2023 for the Learn from the Cards 3 Moons edition. So this is like the mass market priced deck, but at luxury quality production. So because she loves her products that much. So let's start with the first one. Now this has only arrived, I haven't played with it, and what I've done is put all the cards in order to match this deck. So we know it comes with a tin. We have this on the top. There's a little card inside. So it's medieval interpretations of 78 cards of tarot. And then we have, so you can go to libramoontarot.com, and as she says, it says quite clearly there are tarot readings available, and you can also get the guidebooks. If you don't have these other decks, there's a guidebook inside here, and there's also an art book that goes with this as an extra, but you can purchase it separately if you wanted it to go with your decks. So this is this one, and this one has shiny gold foil edges. It's like almost slightly glittery edges, and it's brand new, so I haven't really used it, so I've still got a little bit of the the excess gold and glitter coming off my hands. But actually, do you know what, I think it makes it more magical. I find that gives it like a little fairy dust sprinkling feeling to me. Might just be me. So we have the second edition. This is a rose petal limited run. Only 750 of these were made. They're numbered, certified. Certificate comes inside. A book, and then I've got, I think I put extra cards in down the bottom, which I'm probably not going to be able to get back out because I've put them down there. 1 second. Okay, so I've got them out, and you can see there's a little quote in the bottom of this box. We have the guidebook, which is coloured, the information. So this might be the guidebook actually that you buy. I'm not 100% sure. You need to check out that on the website. Because I have it, I guess I'm just being lazy and I haven't checked. And then this deck comes with extra cards or choices of cards. So I've got them here so we can see if they have any temptations for you. And this is a matte gold, kind of antique gold finish, with the backings and no edges on this one, and the cards are slightly bigger than this one. And mine was there you go, signed. And then we have this one again. So this is rose petal finish, beautiful quality finish. This one was designed, this is a deck that was being designed originally. This is the original deck, and then these three became decks whilst this one was being created. So these are meant to be sister decks. And this is the 3 Moons edition, Learn by the Cards. So we have a slightly more learner centered book in here, and it has like brief information, and you have upright and reverse meanings for each card in there. And you have the same quote in the bottom. You have a different internal for this one. This is the one with the silver holographic sparklies. Look at that. And then the backs are with the planets. And this is on the linen black core 365 cardstock. I know that because I read it on the website, not because I would have known it any other way. I don't know what I call this cardstock. It's got a slight, feels almost like there's almost a rose petal-esque finish to it, but it's obviously matte, very matte. And maybe even a plastic core in there, I'm not sure. But it has that sort of feel. And then these ones feel like your kind of standard playing cards, like maybe Lo Scarabeo standard. I don't want to offend anyone by saying that in case I've got that really wrong. So let's come down and let's, oops, sorry. My phone is playing up beautifully today. So come into, and it's another really dark day. If I put the light on though, I'm going to get a shine on these two decks, so I can't. So I'm hoping that this will do, actually, and it's one thing I can do. Just took the vase out the window because it was obscuring some of the light. Let's go then. Do this as quick as we can. So it's going to go minors down to, back to front, so the world down to the Fool. That's the word I'm looking for. And then from the Judgment, this is the Judgment I've chosen. I had no idea it was in this deck, and this is the one that is an alternative that you could choose, which is actually the one that made it into this deck. So I chose that one. Here's our sun. The moon. This is the card that drove me to buy this deck. It's this moon. It's so smiley and cheery. And then in here, so this one has 3 moons, and this one actually had multiple moons to choose from as well. So here's the moons, or here's the moon that I've chosen. And then I keep all 3 in this deck. Don't ask me why. I think it's just it came as 3 moons. And it's the same with this deck. So we have this one. And this one, the moons. And of course, the thing to point out about this, the new 3 Moons edition, is it has the keywords on the bottom to explain the images. If not finding the images are, quite sparking what you need, but you love the images, and you can see that they've been brightened from this deck. So this deck's more muted to these decks. So. Here's our Tower card across the board. And then with our Devils. So I had 2 Devils. So the original Devil is the one that I've chosen. And then I had an alternative Devil, which is the one in the new deck. With our Temperance. I actually like this one, but yeah. Then we've got the Death cards. Same across. I think it's better. I prefer this one in the brightened version. Hanged Man is the same across the board. There's our Justice. Our Wheel of Fortune. Hermits. Strength. So Chariot. You can see slightly more of the image. Hasn't really changed. The Lovers. It's like we've zoomed out, so we can see a bit more of the image for the Lovers. The Hierophant. And our Emperor. Empress. It's richer colour again. Here's our High Priestess. And we have the Magician. Again, there was multiple Magicians in the art edition. So I had seen this one, I thought he was really amusing, so I've kept him. This is the one that we have in this deck, which we do have in the art deck. We also had this Magician in the art deck as well. So a few to choose from. Then we have our Fool. So here's the Fool that I've gone with, which is from the first edition. And we also had this one, which is the one that made it into the second edition. There's our King of Wands, Queens, and Knights. So again, it's going from King down to Ace. Another piece of great artwork. It really is the artwork. This deck is the artwork for me. Even if I don't read the cards, like I just like looking at the artwork, you know, even if like the art deck I used as an oracle. I mean, this is just so hilarious, being carried off into the cave. I love this Eight of Wands card. Such a beautiful card. I think this image might be coming on bags as well. I tell you what, I could be very sorely tempted to get this one on the bag. Sorry, I'm having problems picking up the cards today because my hands are really cold. I've almost got like a chill blade effect because I've been near hot water. Again, you can see a bit more of what's going on in the field and the castle in more colour. I think this cat's such a great, just look at the way he's staring. Our aces, which I get confused, I think, with one of the Pentacles cards, because there's another owl in the deck. I think it might be like the Page of Pentacles or something. Okay, so I've got to remember to check in on the swords because I've got an extra sword card. There's our Queen. She looks very austere, doesn't she? Page. Or tens. Everyone gathering around the body on the floor. Right, so for the nines, here's the original. Here's the one that I picked. This was the alternative, or one of the alternatives. We had this image. And we also had this one, being buried upside down with your feet out. So. This one, for those who don't know, has been changed, and this is actually the full card with some extra collaging. There you go. So if you're a beginner and you love this deck but couldn't work with it, this is the deck for you, I think. This one's like my special deck. This is my everyday deck, although I can now use this one probably as well for everyday. So we'll see which one wins. I'm a sucker for tins, so I do enjoy the sound of the cards shaking around in a tin and then being able to open the tin. Sorry, so obviously they're out of order slightly. I thought I just missed somebody. 10 of Cups. I love this 9 of Cups as well. I just like the image. So 8, so it's different. 7 has been kind of, I'm going to say upgraded, same image, but it's been upgraded with the cups and the choices. Here's our 6. So again, we've added some images, but kind of zoomed out as well. So there's a few differences, but it's still mostly the same kind of background. You've still got the same bloke doing something, having a dance or looking at the tree. So for our 5, I've chosen this one, but the 5 of Cups did also come with this one. So those choices were there. And the same with the 4, which is the last set of choices in the art deck. So I chose this one, and you did also have that one to pick from as well. So we're into our pentacles. There we go. The Page of Pentacles is one that I confused with the Ace of Wands. So 10 keeps that Tree of Life's imagery there. Okay, so we have a change. So this one's different. So I don't have the choice of this card in this deck, but so you can see there is a different 8 Pentacles in this one. Still got this funny man, I can't remember what his name is. So this one's changed as well from the original. Now I know some of the originals were changed, like the moon in this first edition, because it wasn't fitting the same year span as the rest of the art in the majority of the deck, which is one of the reasons why the moon cards were changed and correct kind of timelines were brought in. So we've had a slight change around and some additions into the artwork of this one. So 4s, 3s, oops, sorry, 2, and the aces. So let's talk about each deck quickly. We'll have a quick show and tell with each set of cards with the Mood of the Moon Oracle. Now, when I did my first walkthrough of the Mood of the Moon, so I will link that below, I didn't know what the coloured borders were, and there were 4 border colours. We had red, purple, green and black. I fast worked out while I was going through that the black was a void, of course, just from what it was saying. But then it occurred to me that the other borders must be linking to the cardinal fixed immutable signs of the zodiac, because that is what these cards link to. And just to show you here in the guidebook, it's in colour. It was there. I flipped right past it as a second method of reading the cards. So if the sun is in a cardinal sign, then you use the red borders to read the cards. Is that right? Use red border cards, plus a void, of course. If the sun is in a fixed, then use the green bordered cards, plus a void, of course. And if the sun is in the mutable, use the purple cards, plus a void, of course. which is the black ones. So I think there's like 4 ways that you could potentially read this, but it's unending, unlimiting, the way that you can read these cards. So that's if you wanted to work with it in one of the ways that Libra Moon has designed this deck to be used. And there will be a live app, I believe, as part of this Kickstarter that you can go to, and then you can track the live map of the sky to get your daily readings when you do your readings, so that you know what you're looking at. So this one again has the gorgeous sparkly edges. It's a square deck. It has sparkly backs, which I can't get to pick up on camera, but it has, like on the edging, it has the same like foil sparkle in there. I think it's just lovely, and it's got the same artwork. So although it does have borders, of course the borders are there so that you can find what you're doing, and then around the sides these are the elements. You know, earth, air, fire, water. You've got your elements around the edges as well. So you can work with elements. You can work with the signs of the zodiac, fixed, mutable, cardinal. You can shuffle in spins, rotations. You've got your glyphs down here to work with. So much in this deck to work with, and stuff that I am yet to uncover and understand. So just so you get to see. So this is first edition Serpent and Peacock with the mood of the moon. So from a size perspective, I don't think there's a problem. Of course, it depends how you read your cards and how you would read these. So what have we got? 10 of Cups here with despicable, impatient, power struggle, and emotional manipulation. I think it comes through better up there than it does for me in this dark room. Plus, I haven't got my glasses, so that's why I'm twisting them as I go. 2 of Pentacles with It Ain't Over Till the Fat Lady Sings. Ace of Pentacles and Finding a Purpose. They actually read really beautifully together, don't they? Uncomplicated. What does that say? Instinct. Awareness. Instinctual awareness. And Birth of a New Idea. Well, they are very well suited, I would say. 9 of Pentacles with Ready for a Rearrangement. It's almost as, you know, they've got a very similar feel to them. 8 of Pentacles with Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. Did you really do all that work yourself? 2 of Wands and Versatile. So yeah, I hope that gives you an idea of this deck with it. Let's move on to the next one. Put it away so it's nice and safe and I don't damage it. Away into its beautiful, beautiful pouch. Oh, my precious. The smell. I can't beat the smell of leather and suede, can you? Well, providing you're not vegan, of course. So here we have Stressed Out and a Knight of Swords. Yeah, you could be stressed out. Page of Swords with Utopian. 10 of Pentacles and Irrational. And of course, I forget the numerology aspect here as well. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you've got that movement element of 5s in here. The 6 of Wands with Good Attitude. They read quite nicely together, don't they? They should all read very nicely together, but this just gives you an idea on the table what they look like. Here's our Emperor with Emotional Highs and Lows. The images. I could just sit and look at the images all day. I love this one. Explore the Unknown with the Empress. The World and Strict. Blue. Inflexible. Unproductive. 8 of Swords with Attractive. Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to have an 8 of Swords being attractive. So there we are, that's that one. And then let's get to the last, but not least, the sister deck to this. I did shuffle them all, I promise, or attempted to shuffle them. Not very well shuffled, but they have had a shuffle. So we have 6 of Pentacles and Affectionate. So these are matching cardstock, by the way. Ten of Cups with egocentric. Six of Wands and out of balance. That's a good kind of thing to be aware of, isn't it? Knight of Swords and balanced. The Emperor with curious, clever. Knight of Cups and highly intuitive. Yeah, they would probably go quite well, wouldn't they? Even the Queen of Cups here. Very similar to the Sun card. Page of Cups. What we want conflicts with what we need. I think that's so amazing because, you know, I'm thinking about what that says and I'm looking at what they're doing. And what are you doing? What do you need? Queen of Pentacles and perfect balance. That's a very good blend. In harmony. Sorry, I think we're about to have a massive rainstorm. The sky is darkening. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon. It's so dark. Four of Pentacles. Okay, that's it from me. That gives you some ideas of what's going on. And I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.